everyone, Will here from Mature Minded Gamers, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Darkest Dungeon on Kickstarter right now. This one is from Mythic Games, so let's head to the screen, take a look, and see if this is something that you and I should both back. All right, so first off, we've got 15,900 backers. That is crazy, almost $2.2 million raised. The game looks really close to the video game adaptation of this, and if you have played that, you are probably going to want to get this Kickstarter. Mythic Games is known for great gameplay, amazing models, and I don't see this being any different than what they put out already. So let's kind of take a look here. So it talks about Darkest Dungeon. You answered the letter. Now you are part of this place. Darkest Dungeon, the board game, is a cooperative dungeon crawl for 1 to 4 players. Accept missions, dispatch imminent threats, and help restore the heir's mansion to its former glory. But beware. Either at death's door or at your wits' end, you will have to uproot evil itself from the darkest dungeon. All right, 1 to 4 players. I like to be able to play solo if I need to. That's awesome. 90 minutes, hour and a half. Doesn't overstay its welcome. Ages 14 and up. Okay. Wow. These models and the art on this board, color me impressed. Wow, those look really cool, actually. Wow, I'm almost speechless on that. I think I was worried. How were they going to take the art of the video game itself and translate that to miniatures? Mythic, you guys have knocked this one out of the park. And like I said, color me impressed on that. Holy smokes. All right, so it says, why back now? This game is not going to retail. I I don't understand this. So if we're helping kickstart a game and get it launched so you guys can sell it, is that not the point in this? It's not even really a Kickstarter. We're not starting something up. We're basically it's like this little order system, and the more people that order, we get more content from a stretch goal. I don't understand that. Um, there's stretch goals to unlock, but it says exclusive Musketeer hero free only during this campaign. So if it's not going to retail, this is Kickstarter exclusive. Well, everything here is Kickstarter exclusive, and all of this is only available during this campaign. I mean, unless they're planning on doing maybe another campaign for a sequel or a couple expansions or something, I don't get that. Um, Man, I'm really this does not make sense to me. We've got a very beautiful looking sculpt on this model here, though. The artist, the one that painted this guy, wow, does it a great job. It's got some pledge levels here. So, okay, so let's talk about this. $100, not bad. Get a rule book, 72 miniatures, quite a bit. 32 dice. It's a lot of dice. Say 8 is expiration, 16 is provision, 4 is death door custom dice, and then 4d10s. Get 12 double-sided room tiles. That's got a lot of variation, especially if they're double-sided. 16 hero boards. Okay, so it looks like 2 hero boards per miniature. You get 4 skill boards, 1 Hamlet board, 3 main boards, 10 plus dungeon cards. Okay, 400 cards total between tarot, poker, and mini cards. Those used for monsters, events, rooms, trinkets, quirks, skills, and then over 200 various tokens. Ugh, that's going to be a lot of tokens to keep track of. Wow, there are some amazing looking models in this. Wow, this is absolutely fantastic. The boards and the coloring on the boards looks really good. I was worried it was going to be incredibly dark, but I think they did a good job bringing it up just a little bit so that may it translates to the board game world, but also keeping it dark and gritty enough. I think they've kept good with the theme and the style of the video game. Okay. A whole bunch of stretch goals as well. That's a lot of tokens and cards and stuff. $100. That's got a lot of good stuff in there for $100. All right, next pledge you can get is 150. You get an expansion called the Crimson Court, and then plus any Crimson Court unlocked stretch goals. Okay, so they're separating the stretch goals. It's like for the Crimson Court, we get new monsters, new locations, or more bosses. Enter the now decayed, once beautiful gardens of the courtyard, but beware the former nobles who roam this place have turned into insect like creatures who will do everything to suck every last drop of your blood. Okay. Huh. This guy looks really weird looking. Shooting whatever that is out of his hands. Oh, there's a statue dripping blood. I love it. Very insectoid looking expansion. Cool. All right, so we got some stretch goals here. We've got locked heirlooms and foes. Core box, 3 heroes, 30 monsters slash boss miniatures, 2 stance tokens, 5 hero boards, 8 room tiles, 70 plus cards, skills, quests, bosses, rooms, monsters, 4 dungeon cards, and 1 rulebook. Crimson Court, we got 7 monster bosses, 1 rulebook, 2 room tiles, and 7 plus quest cards. So, does the rulebook was a stretch goal? That doesn't make sense. But okay. All right. So these guys look actually pretty cool. Looks like we get the 3 heroes there. It's like they're building on and continuing to move along. It looks like they've just kind of consolidated the stretch goals down to one little sheet. That's nice. Friggin' cold throat monsters, new 3D sculpts, 3D tokens for pews, darkest dungeon rooms, siren boss, some polyps, another room tile, more diseases, new quests, some more monsters, a bone arbalist, 6 trinkets, some rapturous cultists, caretaker, 3D token, okay, and then a grave robber, new hero. Very cool. Looks, yeah, it's about there's $70,000 difference there. Yep, 70,000, $100,000 difference. Well, sorry, I missed one year. Nope, man, that doesn't make sense. I think that they meant 1940 there. No, but that was 1940. So this should be might have gone that way. I think they maybe even got those swapped. I don't know. That was kind of awkward. All right. So as far as like how do I buy an add-on? You get the Cove, 1 rulebook, 2 heroes, 29 monsters. This is a different expansion, $50. 2 new heroes, a man-at-arms, and a flagellant. New location, the Fisherman in the Deep Cove Caverns. Oh, okay. Or like the Cretaceous stations and some snakes and lizards and stuff, fish guys. Oh, some pirates. I dig that one. It's at the Crimson Court. Plus the unlocked stretch goals, that's $55. An additional core box, $100. Okay. Some very large miniatures at that. So 35 millimeter. Got notes from the designers of Red Hook. Tyler Sigmund, co-president. He's the design director. He's very passionate about making a game adaptation of Darkest Dungeon has been a dream of ours since we released the video game. Many of our staffs enjoyed board gaming. From a personal perspective, the first game I designed sold were card and board games, and tabletop gaming has a special place in my heart. I did not know that. He became a mythic because of Solomon Kane and Joan of Arc. All right. So yeah. And then Chris Barassa, he's the creative director and slash artist. Yeah, he knew that finding the right partner was critical, wanted to make sure it would be done by people who genuinely love the video game. Team at Mythic was a perfect fit. Excellent. I agree. I think if anything, even just on the aesthetic alone, I think they've captured the look of the miniatures as well as the tiles and everything that translates well to board games. Wow, and the painting is awesome. They did a great job with that. Fully cooperative dungeon crawler, campaign of 11 missions. For each hero, select 3 skills out of 7 before heading into your mission. In each room, pick the most suitable stance. Then on each turn, a player chooses 2 of the available actions of moving, interacting in the environment, changing their stance, or using a skill. Okay, you got to play these encounters. Got a how to play video, like Rebecca Scott. She always does a good job. So RPG like Heroes, a robust level up system with tons of customization for unique playable characters, stressful affliction system, town metagame, help your hamlet growth and tend to your hero's wounds, both corporal and cerebral. Loot, gold, consumable supplies, and mystical trinkets, classic roguelike features, transfer to your table, including permadeath and procedural dungeons. That's pretty cool. It says highly replayability, one tile, infinite dungeons. Interesting. Wonder how that's gonna work. Tough choices, light tracking, permadeath, the combat system pits you against a host of diabolical monsters. But remember, it is a fully cooperative, darkest dungeon, things that once seen can never be unseen. That's really cool. Got links to the rulebook. Glad they have that. More reviews. Yep. Let's play. Love watching that. I love watching uh, on tabletop. Love those guys there. King of Average, watching that a lot. Crackalo, Rolling Solo, probably my favorite. I'm gonna have to watch that. A setup video. Excellent. Love it. French there. All right, so here we go. What's in the core box? Got a Crusader, a Hellion, a Bounty Hunter, Highwayman, Jester, a Vestal, got an Arbalest, and a Plague Doctor. I love that sculpt. That's just fantastic. Got some Bone Soldiers, Bone Courtiers, Bone Defenders, Bone Spearmen, Bone Bears, Necromancer. Awesome. Cold Brawlers, Cold Acolytes, Brigand Fusiliers, Brigand Bloodletter, Madman, Gargoyle. He's cool. Brigand Hunters, Ascended Witches, Ascended Brawlers. Got three of those big boys. Two Fleshhounds, three Antibodies, three Defensive Growth, three White Cell Stalks, one Shuffling Horror. Is massive. I don't know if he's looks like he's actually facing to the right. You're actually seeing his back. Three Perfect Reflections, three Imperfect Reflections, one Mammoth Cyst. It's Mammoth. One Ancestor, second form, one for first form. Yet the Collector, the Prophet, Gestating Heart, Heart of Darkness. These components, these look really solid. I mean, as far as like these boards, decent thickness, 270 by 270. Oh no, sorry, that's the dimensions. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I wonder what the thickness is going to be. 16 millimeter dice, 16 millimeter expiration dice, 4d10s, 4 Destor dice, a rulebook, 16 hero boards, some stats there and some words down here. Probably maybe special abilities, some skill boards, a Hamlet board for living up the town, dungeon cards. Maybe every time you go through the dungeon, something different's going to happen, different layouts. 20 diseases, 20 positive quirks, 8 initiative cards, 20 negative quirks, 30 trinkets, 9 virtues, 160 skills. Wow, insane. 60 Hamlet events, Curios rooms, 50 quests, 3 main dashboards, 14 upgrade building tiles, 200 various tokens and counters. Mini Christmas, that is a lot of counters. I think maybe too many. I think sometimes we can get bogged down by all the different things to keep track of when making it sometimes just simpler is sometimes better. Okay, I got a little cartoon type thing here. Kind of looks like Jack Sparrow with a mask. I guess the jester looks like Jack Sparrow there in that picture. The guy gets his arm cut off, and the jester's just walking away, holding his guitar. He will be laughing still at the end. All right. Oh, cool. You got Tyler and Chris as far as like the head of Red Hook, and then it talks about the Mythic Games team. Big shout out to these guys: Edgar, Irek, Anard, Oliver. Is it Oliver? Olivier? Sorry, Gregory, Edgar, Lenny, Seb, Juliet, Robert, Euro. Man, just all these guys. I think they just did just a great job. Graphic designer, game designer, Nick, Argris, and Babis. We're damned. It's never ending list. Wait, it's not finished. You guys sleeping. There's a lot of people. Yep, quest complete. Shipping. All right, here we go. 34 bucks. That's more than I expected, but I understand based on their other campaigns, shipping has gone up for them for whatever reason. Man, shipping is just getting out of control. Talks about the risks and challenges. And all right, so that was Darkest Dungeon from Mythic Games. I don't know, guys, is this something you're going to back? Were you a big fan of the video game? And if so, why or why did you not back this game? And I'd really love to know your guys' thoughts because I'm on the fence. I love dungeon crawls. I had a lot of fun playing Darkest Dungeon. I don't know. I, I have way too many dungeon crawls right now. And I'm worried that this is just gonna be another one that comes on my shelf. I have all these stretch goals and stuff, and I have all these miniatures that, and it's not gonna get played. So, what do you guys think sets this one apart? Um, I'm very intrigued by like the way it looks and the aesthetics and everything. I love the Darkest Dungeon. I love Mythic. I'm just worried that it's just more and more minis that is just going to take up too much of my shelf space. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down in the comments below. Join us on Discord. Let's have a discussion about it. But until next time, everyone stay safe.